We're back with Agile Podcast. Terrence Biggs, Nick Weisheipl, the head coach of the Cabrini University Cavaliers. Coach, when you look at a player like Sean Glatz, not the biggest guy, but seems as though does not just a little thing well, but does the big things well. To gets on base, will swipe a bag. When you see Sean and when you see his progression, despite only being a sophomore, what was the biggest part of Sean's game that you've seen so far that kind of leads you to believe that, he has definitely matured as not just a hitter, but as a total baseball player?
Yeah, I mean, he's a complete nuisance, to be quite honest with you, as far as the opposition would look at him. He was a guy that came in, played on a really good summer team. Titus out of Delaware was a high school football player, all league defensive back. He had all the physical tools and he had the work ethic and the motor. When he got to Cabrini, he got some opportunities last year as a freshman, but his attention to detail and the way that he saw the game wasn't where it needed to be, but he was willing to listen, he was willing to work, and he was willing to buy in to becoming the player that maximized his physical tools. He is insanely fast. He's a great bunter. He's got instincts on the bases. In the outfield, he's got a plus arm, outstanding range. What we need to do was for him to play within our system defensively and making the right decisions with the baseball. And he has learned to do that. And then at the plate, he bought into being that weapon where getting on base, no matter how it is, whether it's by a hit, by a bunt, by a walk, by a hit by pitch, you name it, he understands that just being on base, he can alter the course of the game and alter the complexion of the game. So he's bought into that and he's kind of taken on that identity and he realizes the energy that he creates by the things that he does. So he's really evolved into a top notch player coming in as a guy who had a ton of tools. He's turned them into skills and he's added the IQ part to it, and he's still learning it. And that's the great thing about it is he hasn't even touched the potential of where he's going to end up. But the fact that he is enjoying some success, those are the fruits of his labor because he's really bought into evolving as a baseball player, and I'm really proud of him.
When you look at